weren't in great shape, but we were all right. I thought so anyway. No problems for me.
No, all better is what you would call a training session, wasn't it? That's what it was. And that's what
I mean, it's just to get fit. We all know that. But then the first half boys never done themselves any favour to stick out, you know what I mean? And I know it's only a training session, but you thought one or two might have tried a couple of wee things to stick out. I thought wee boy Williams was going to come on to a game and then he's faded away. But again, you can't take too much of it. But I was looking for maybe a couple of tricks or something, or a shot for range, or just something to catch the eye, but there was nothing really. You know what I mean? It was just a training session, ended up just a training session. To the big guns come on, that was. And then you seen the quality, as I think McCann said in the telly, you seen the quality going up, you know what I mean? And even then, there was you could see the fitness wasn't right yet, they're tripping over the board, but you can definitely see that they're a better passing team than the boys that are coming through, so. Apart from that, it was all right. I mean, I didn't expect much, to be honest. So I was just glad to see the Rangers again.
Aye. I think that was it, Stevie. It wasn't a great watch, but you can't take too much if you win 5 or 6, and you can't take too little if you don't win by 5 or 6, mate. Yeah, it's all a training session.
So about getting minutes in the leg, isn't it? So about getting minutes into the legs, isn't it? So. For me, I mean, the young boy Kelly, he looked comfortable. He didn't look out of place. And I think all Bell's right about Maestey. There was a lot of stick-outs the first talk. I think boys might have wanted to get a wee bit more to stick out. But look, it is what it is. It's all about getting minutes into the legs. Tav his penalty, it could have been 2 or 3. I mean, we're keeping the second half. Young McCrory could have got Alan McGregor's deck chair. No, in the second half, he done absolutely nothing. Just a different game in the second half. But for me, it was all about getting minutes into the legs.
Yeah. Are you with us, Jaffa? Oh, hopefully he's trying again.
Oh, Jaffa's playing a blinder, isn't he? He's having a good pre-season, Jaffa, isn't he?
First casualty of the season.
Aye. He'll not talk to you like that again, all bear, will he?
He's on the what's it called, the sick bench already, man. He's getting treatment already.
Oh, don't
P45 flings to me.
Don't mention sick naughty Jaffa, mate. It might be a touchy subject at the moment, mate. Let's just say his test wasn't negative. Okay, where were we? It wasn't a great watching. Take the first half, Bridgeman. I know you watched the centre halves closely, and I was wanting to see young Edmondson, see if he kicked on playing championship football. I've got to say, I don't know if he's the standard. No, completely judge him on the night, but watching that performance, he wasn't great, was he?
No, he made a few blunders on his own, like, there's nobody caused any of the blunders. He did it all himself. And that's just sheer lack of matching, that's all that is. And he's got to be able to go and get another wee chance over the next couple of weeks, and the gaffer will make his mind up whether Gerrard will say, nah, but you're not for us. I thought Jones was of the same, same ilk. Even although they've played sort of half-decent football down the road last season, this is a new season. God knows where they've been, and holiday-wise, if they've been away on holiday, but it's expected. It's the first game back. I'm sure it'll pick up.
It's like, I think they've been to a Drossen and Rossi and that this time this year, aren't they? I think Jaffa's joined us now. Evening, Jaffa.
Hey, hello, boys. How you doing? Sorry.
That's
what
right,
a mess.
How you doing, mate? All right?
Great, thanks. Aye, brilliant, Ox. How's all the boys doing?
Aye, fine, man.
Good. We're all good to hear all your dulcet tones.
All right. Well, the first half, we could have scored. They could have scored. I thought their centre forward gave our defenders a bit of an issue in the first half. Big Stevie.
Aye. Listen, I mean, it was really a game of two halves. But not a game of two halves in respect that one team was outdoing the other. It was just a sticky game in the first half. It was well pre-season stuff. And McCrory made a good save for the boys' header. But in the second half, as I said, McCrory could have sat up in the storm with a pine ball roll. Not in the day. It was just a different quality to come on in the second half. Pre-season, as you're talking about Edmiston there, again, you can't really judge when it's...
No,
I mean,
you can only...
We can't really judge anybody, I'm honestly shocked. I'm going to be honest, I didn't think you'd have seen Jordan Jones on the fringe playing again for us. But there you go. But you can't really judge everybody.
But I've got to take my hats off to Calvin Bassett, who's obviously built his physique on Albert.
Oh, definitely, mate. A couple of years ago, yet to get to my size, but he'll get there. Know what I mean? If he keeps sticking in that, but he's. I watched a wee boy bouncing off him, and that was shocking. It's like running into a void, just fell right down your lap. Son, you'll learn the hard way. Don't go against players that size, you know what I mean? Don't try and challenge them physically that size, you know what I mean? But he looks good. He's got a bit of pace about him, the big man, when he goes down that wing. He needs to work on his final ball right enough. But again, it'll definitely come. Something about that big boy's right.
I don't know if that's his position going forward, mate. I really don't. I think if he's going to play, he's a centre half. Any thoughts, Jaffa?
I think I know where you're going with that, Ox. He looks a bit when he gets down the wing. He's got all the attributes. He's got pace. He's got physique. Yeah, I mean, the ball. He's good on the ball, but he loses it when he gets into the opposition half. Doesn't know what to do with the ball. So I agree. I think he needs to go in. He needs to go inside a little bit more, whether that's sitting in the back four doing the holding role, because he would break up the play brilliantly, and he's got the power, hasn't he? He's got the guts, and he's got the lungs to do the job.
Yep, and then obviously with that pace, it's a great asset, but he's maybe not got the wonder left foot that Barisic has got. But who has, Big Stevie, apart from yourself?
100%. As a natural, I'm a natural left footer, and I played for Stonedy, my primary school, up and down the wing all day. Roberto Carlos springs to mind. But if Big Bassett does the make it with Rangers, I'm sure Fox will get him the job up at Savoy in the door. I mean, he's a big unit, He is a big unit. He's got pace, he's got the presence. It's his, the football brain. And I think the more time he gets on the ball to think, that's when he starts making these wee mistakes. But when he's done and he's running at people, man, you've got to give him his due as well. He's brave when it comes to anywhere Mr. Gerrard's want to play him. A big boy will step forward and take it on, Fair play to him that way too.
I think when you think back to the primary school, it wasn't Roberto Carlos they were saying you were playing right. It was the initials, mate. You were playing like one. So, listen, it's a new season. I think it's only right, Bridgeman, we get these phones open and people can give us a call, give us their thoughts on what's happened at the club. New signing of the day, share offering, the new strip, your thoughts on that. So what's the number, Bridge?
Number's 0141 356 1972.
So let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from you. Why don't you give us a call on 0141?
The boys are training for the new season in the background as well. Right, okay.
Glad it's not just me.
No. It's a new season. We're all rusty, aren't we, Bridge? We're all rusty. Bridge is on mute. Did it take long, did it?
I'm certainly rusty.
This well, we're not going to fight the Germans,
I've been rusty for a wee while, guys. Don't worry about
that. I got him WD-40 for his Christmas last year. Oh dear. So the news broke today. I got a phone call from a very intelligent man this afternoon saying it was official. A midfielder. Once again, we've went in the market, Jaffa. No cost us a penny. An experienced player, only time will tell how good he is in the Rangers jersey. But our club will not be messed about anymore, huh?
I think he's clearly. I know there's been murmurings of John Lindstrom being on our radar for a while. Obviously, that's true now. Ross Gerard and the other guys today confirmed that he's been on their sites. We've got him for nothing. We've waited till his contract run out. Obviously, that's how we see ourselves doing business. He's 27. He comes with a lot of experience. If they say he's good enough for Glasgow Rangers, I'm going to abide by that. I'll wait to see him, but he certainly looks on paper as if he would fit into what we're looking for and the way we operate.
Any thoughts, initial thoughts? Obviously, we've not seen much of him, Albert, but what's your initial thoughts?
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you guys. I really can't give you a comment. I've seen him in maybe one poll game for the Sheffield Brigade, and a couple of games I've been down to for 10 minutes, and I'll be honest, he didn't look nothing to me, but I'm not judging him, and I'm not saying he's a bad or good player. I just simply don't know what role he's meant to be brought in for. I'm not sure whether he's meant to be straight in the first team, or again, I'm not sure. I mean, somebody who's seen him and knows more about him would be better talking about him, because I'm not much of a panelist tonight because I don't know anything about the guy.
Right. Obviously, Bridgman follows Sheffield United closely, Stevie, because of their nickname, the Blades.
Very good. Very good.
Andy's a drum chapel boy.
I like that one.
That was good.
Memories.
Stevie, we've signed an experienced player. Every player's a gamble. We'll see how it turns out. Strong, good in the tackle.
What about a business? What about a business? You've got to hand it to Ross Wilson. I mean, 27-year-old, we get him for nothing. He's got a 3-year contract. You heard their manager saying that he's signing quality or quantity and all that. So if they see something, they must see something. He's been on the radar for a wee while. Who am I to judge Stevie G and the backroom staff at Rangers? They must see something in him. And let's be honest, he's new playing with Glasgow Rangers. He's going to enhance his football, playing with better players round about him too. And if guys like Gary McAllister, Stevie G, they'll enhance him lovely, and they'll make him a better player. They really will. And the wee interview, the wee snippet I seen there was absolutely brilliant. I mean, he said, wow, and Stevie G's showing him eyebrows, and you can see him looking about. You can see that he's up for it. He can't believe what he's walked into. So just more or less like Albert. I don't know much about him in the football sense, but what about a business? And we'll just see. We'll take it as it comes with him,
Aye, you're right, mate. Only time will judge. Every signing's a gamble, Jaffa, innit? But when you don't pay any money, you've only got the wages to shell out. Great thinking by the club.
Totally, Ox, and I think it's a business model that we've been using now for some time. Obviously, that business model only comes into play when you've got the guys in the background that are doing all the scouting and doing all the legwork to capture these guys and know about their personal situation. So, as the guys have been saying, he was obviously on the radar. It's a great bit of business. I love the way we're operating like that. I really do, rather than these big transfer fees. I think when we all signed Kent, the thing about Kent was we knew him. He had already tried us. He was here for a year, but still shelling out £7 million is a lot of money for us. And I like the way we operate. I like these guys that are at the end of their contract. We're obviously, I mean, I don't know how that deal's been done or when it was done, but it's good business. Really good business for the club.
No, it was very remiss of me, Albert. It was very remiss of me not to welcome Joe Mangle to Scottish football.
Joe Mangle.
Neighbours.
Neighbours. Well, I tell you, even the short bit he's been coming out with, he's just a balloon already, man. He's a balloon.
Good pass, Hodgson. Good pass.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, mate, don't make it too hard. Have you seen who's sitting in the studio when you look at this?
I know. Do you think we're signing the boy today that somebody might be getting out the door?
In that position, when you look at it, mate, there was times when we were short. You've got to remember that Stevie Davids, even though he comes on and strolls that game at night, what is he going to be 38 this year? Is he 38? You know, so what have we got? You've got Arfield, Aribo, Jack. Is Jack going to be? How fit's he going to be as the season goes on? We don't know. Is there a question mark on his fitness? I think at times last year we were maybe one body short in there, Stevie. I don't know what you think.
Well, listen, why I'm asking is I was listening to obviously the commentary tonight, and I can't remember who it was or where it was. They were mentioning hopefully somebody as they get out the door. Was it Kamara? Somebody mentioned. I was on something today and it was Kamara. Some boy said, I hope it's no Kamara. I was thinking down the same lines as yourself there, with Jack being injured kind of frequently all the time. Maybe they've signed it, but that. As the boy does look a big sturdy player, he looks like better an enforcer, if you know what I mean. But that was my worry, that maybe he's getting side and maybe Jack's no dancing great. But other people were thinking, is this a step the other way? Is Glenn Kamara going out the door? But he would only be going out the door for stupid money in my book anyway. But I hope neither of them are gone. You know, I hope we're keeping what we've got, you know.
My more concern is, Stevie, is Morelos. If he goes, if Morelos goes, that leaves Itten and Defoe for these Champions League qualifiers. Because, Roof can't play. So that's my big concern. You're going to, I know the boy Salaka's in, but we've seen that boy. We don't know what that boy's all about. So you're basically left with it and before. And that's a concern. That's a real concern.
Alfie's not due back to Colombia if they win it just in the semi-final. I don't think Alfie will be back to Christmas if they win it. You know, but I don't know, mate. I mean, obviously we've heard talk about Kamara, and he's well spoken about in the Euros so far. Bridgeman money, Glenn Kamara.
Yeah, he well spoken about. Everybody thought he was good. It was strange. The name they were calling was Camera or something like that.
Aye.
This was a sin, you know. But I thought he had a smashing competition. There was no problems with him.
He had his. He played well for a team that was maybe underdogs, you know, and worked really hard. But Kamara was a standout in what I've seen. Jaffa.
Oh, he shone like a beacon, didn't he? He stood out like a sore thumb. He's just got quality. The guy, Glasgow Rangers for Glenn Kamara. You know, it's been a marriage made in heaven. The guy was wayward. He didn't know what was going on. Everybody goes on about his previous, you know, when he was a young lad, he was schooled at Arsenal. He's got all the attributes, but he lost his way, went to Dundee. He came to Glasgow Rangers, and the rest is history, as they say. And I love him. I think he's a brilliant player, like Big Stevie. I hope he doesn't go, but I try not to think about it too much, to be honest with you, and just we'll deal with it if it happens. But I hope he's there for the next season, because he played a big part in his winning 55, that's for sure.
Yeah, tremendous footballer. Look, players always come and go. It's part of the game, Stevie, innit? You know?
It certainly is, aye. I mean, bigger names than Glenn Kamara out the door if it does. But as Allbell's just put the wind right up my sails there, we're saying about if we get into this Champions League. I mean, we haven't seen the boy, is it Sakala? What's his name again? Sakala?
Fashion.
Is that the right way?
Fashion.
Fashion Sakala, isn't it?
Aye.
Well, nobody's seen him, so listen, that's another wee concern. But listen, for Glasgow Rangers, the boys that are there will need to dig in. I mean, that can go to his goal, and fair play to the big man. He's always there and about. You know, it's all about game time and getting in the legs. But I'm sure when things come our way, we'll do all right. But as far as players get in and out, Rangers are linked to everybody, and everybody that doesn't like Rangers are trying to get their best players sold for us, you know. So we just need to wait and see. But it sounds of things, the Gerrard interview was you can't wait till Morelos came back. So I think things will be all right there. And Glenn Kamara was doing the new strips and stuff like that. He says blue's definitely my colour. So I can't see anybody going. I think it would have happened before now, to be honest. I think there would have been something said. I know the Euros are on and people might think stuff will get done after that, but I just think if they were gone, there would have been something slipped or said by now. So I just hope we hold on to what we've got.
I think sorry to interject, lads. I think the thing on Morelos that a lot of people forget is we're paying him 33 grand a week. He's getting nearly the best part of €40,000 a week. If Porto want him, they're not going to get him for 10 million quid or 12 million quid. He's worth a lot more than that.
No, but it's going to have a tune it. It's going to have a tune it, isn't it?
Absolutely, folks. Absolutely.
I think it's down to the millions. I think how many millions they offer for any of them, that's going to dictate everything. You know what I mean? So if somebody comes in for Kamara and starts talking 15 upwards, you're sitting going, what can you do? So you need to be realistic about when the millions start, or the many millions start coming in. But I think there's players going out. At the moment, I don't think any of the first team's going out, but I think there is players going out, and as much as I think there's another 3 or 4 to go yet. I think Jones, Edmondson and Middleton, they type players, they'll be getting cleared out. The boy Kelly will take up the role, one of the roles as a midfield cover. Maybe the wee boy Williams, he might even take up one of the roles as one of the 9 substitutes. You know what I mean? So I think that's clear.
I don't think that's been agreed yet for next season, whether he can play 5 subs or no, mate. You know.
Aye, well, let's hope it is, because I quite like that. It's quite good. It gives everybody a chance to get again. And it keeps a lot of people, it keeps 20 players happy, you know what I mean? Out of 23, 24 squad, you know what I mean? Man squad, it keeps at least 20 players happy, a chance to go in the game. But I think some of the boys will go out again. I hope the wee boy Kelly doesn't go out again. What I've seen of that wee boy, you're sitting looking at him going, he's done all the loans he needs. He needs Rangers first team football now. You want to bring that boy on now.
He looked good, didn't he?
Aye, definitely did. He looked the part. I'll give the wee boy his due. He did look the part. And he was no phased. He's no phased at all. And I know it's only this one. I know it's only pre-season, but he's still demanding the ball, and he's moving into really clever positions. And you can see Davis guide them as well, and I like that. And I'm going, he'll learn off Davis in a month, and he went out a year in any other club. Put it that way.
I agree. Davis
100% agree. 100% agree.
I've got a question for you. I've not made it too hard because it's used for, right? Our midfielders, how much have they cost us to assemble?
Our midfielders? Right, so you Kamara, 50 grand. We got Jack Freebie. That's about it. 50 grand, is it no? Jack Freebie.
Aribo was 200,000.
Aye, and aye.
Border fee.
If you count, if you say 300,000, you'd really be far away.
Davis, Jack, and what do you call him? Arfield were on nothing, weren't they?
It's Hadji in our midfield, and it's he in the forward line.
I will put him forward, mate.
So you've got Kamara at 50 grand, you get Aribo at 200,000, but $250,000, I would say.
$250,000, aye.
Lundstrom.
You've got Lundstrom.
Again.
No difference.
Aye. Boy Kelly, he's one of our youth products. He's no cost you a fee.
I think that boy Kelly's going to be a star for us. I always thought so. I really did like him. Really good player.
He's very good on the ball, very good, intelligent.
I hope he gets his chances. I think old Bear was saying that. I do hope he gets his chances. Yeah, give him 2 or 3 games to shine, see how he does. And if he can't shine, then he can't shine. There's not much we can do about it. But I think he's got a lot.
What I like in Obridge, I like the way he goes in for a boy. And the night he showed he was stealing a lot of boys. And I'm going, that's clever, son. That's really clever. I like the boy. I like the look of the boy. I like his demure, and I like the way he's no phased. That's the sign of a good up and coming Rangers player. I don't like shrinking violets, as I keep telling you. I just don't like them. Though you're not our club if you're a shrinking violet. You've got to come out your shell and get your own presence in a part, and let everybody see what you've got, and we'll show them that you're confident you should be playing for Rangers. And that wee boy should. The night, I know that, and I'm not going overboard with it's a pre-season, I know that, but he showed he's ready to play for Rangers.
We forgot one, the boy who signed for Bournemouth. Bridgeman, you know his name.
Oh, for God's sake, no, I don't know his name, but I know the one you mean. He went out and loaned to somebody.
Wickham
Welcome,
Wanderers.
man. Never did nothing.
He was
He only
injured.
played about 4 times.
He was injured, mate.
Yeah. But it's Infomo or something. Infomo, is it? No, Infomable or something like that?
I don't
I can't
know.
remember.
I'll wait to get the right pronunciation. But Nathan, I think his first name is, but that's another one. Free transfer.
Rudy Bell's the only one that can say it.
He's got to have a wee drink in him, but to do
He
that.
must have been on the menu. He must have been on the menu somewhere if Rudy could say it right.
He sounds like a dish. Must sound like a dish.
I with lobster bisque.
A wee red wine to go with. Brilliant. It's brilliant.
Aye, so what we've done in our club and the value we've got in that team, Stevie, we've talked about it often before, and it's highlighted today with the Lundstrom deal. We've upped our game off the park as well.
Unbelievable. Total different. The difference in on and off the field is where we've came in the last 24 months has just been night and day in it, guys. You know, you've no worries about letting players go for peanuts anymore. You know what I mean? Out of the signings Gerald's had, maybe 1 or 2's not been up to scratch at the more, man. Things are really looking great, and the boy's Bisgrove, I mean, he's cracked the whip everywhere, isn't he? He's wanting a slice of everybody's pie, you know. He's absolutely doing tremendous off the park. Just everything's looking rosy in the garden. Absolutely brilliant. And by the way, I got my name on the Champions Wars and all lads. I got my wee 40 cent on the jumper for the Champions War. So I did.
Got yourself, pal.
Oh,
I love it. I love it.
Man, on the Champions War. On the old Rangers radio. We're everywhere.
What's the royalty payment?
Not the first time you've used naming a wall with.
A picture of you up in the wall. Not the first time we've seen that.
Right, lads, come on. It's no after 10 yet.
Usually the word wanted over the top of it.
I wasn't going to say the full word. I was trying to spell it out there in my mind.
I wanted deed or deed.
Oh, dear.
Brilliant.
All right. Get yourself some mute and let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Come back to tonight's game. I thought you could see that it was a pre-season friendly with the way Gary McAllister and Stevie G were very relaxed about the whole thing. You know, we've just started back in training. I think it was good to get the games on your belt. But obviously, sometimes you play these games behind closed doors, all bear, you know.
I mean, everybody was bursting to see the Rangers. Let's be honest about it. I mean, you could have been playing anybody. You could have been playing a rugby team, and they would have still beamed in and went like that. But it was good to see them. But you don't take anything. I know we're going to talk about some things, but we're only picking wee bits up and no actually making a big deal about it. You know what I mean? It was still good to see, and it was good to see a game of football. I mean, I know that crappy international stuff's been going on, but forget about that. I prefer to watch Rangers tonight than watch any of that, to be honest with you. But again, I enjoyed bits of it. I enjoyed the boy Kelly, and I enjoyed the fact that the class went up. You've seen the class going up in the second half. They're the two positives out of the whole lot for me. And as Stevie was saying, it's minutes in the leg, isn't it? Really, it's minutes in your legs. So roll on to the next. When's the Tranmere game, by the way?
Saturday.
I hear Tom Miller saying it was at noon.
I think so. And then we're at Blackpool next. Is it next Wednesday or the Wednesday after? 2 days after the restrictions. Might get you on a Big Dipper bridge.
Aye. The Big Dip. By the way, I was very pleased to see the crowd of boys were up in the Canal Bank there watching the game.
Aye.
That's pretty cool, actually, you know. God save us. I love that. I just love to see the way the fans find ways of being able to watch a game. And, I'm really pleased that and after the game now, after it, I'm really pleased that they never asked, they told the Rangers couldn't have any sort of away fans at the game. I don't know how much they charge their own fans, if anything, to be honest, for tonight. But
I think they let about 1,000 or so season ticket holders in free, Bridge.
All free, was it? Well, that's good. Didn't they get? They never got a penny out of it, and that's good. Rangers never cost them anything. Or wouldn't never cost Rangers anything. Love it.
Well, they not taking it a bit seriously. That crowd, man, they were going after nut at one point. Man. I think it's a Champions League final they were playing in.
A lot of truth in that, by the way. A lot of truth in that.
That's what happens when the big show comes to town, though, isn't it?
Oh, a real team comes to town, aye.
There was a couple of shouts that weren't quite nice near the tail end. Listen again tomorrow morning, I hope.
Well,
on Rangers Radio.
I'll be all the papers, Bridget. I'll all the papers tomorrow, so you'll see them on all the papers.
Not everybody from Mary Hill's a gentleman. You know, but Big Stevie, one of the first in the queue at the Rangers show. There was 10, I think. Getting out coffees and that. What's your view on the new strip, mate?
By the way, you're totally right. I got there at 10 to 5 or something. I get there 10 to 5, and I was second or third in the queue. Unbelievable. And see, between 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock, it just came from everywhere. It ended up right round the bum. I was here for
the morning.
You were getting up for a pee. You were getting up for a pee there, all better go back to your bed.
She was just changing me for the second time in the night. You know what I mean? Putting me back in my cot.
Somebody let him out of work. Were you on night shift? Supposed to be on night shift, big man. You were supposed to be on night shift and let you away for the Rangers game.
I was on manoeuvres, Bridge. Exactly. I said I'll jump out and get jammed on the top. You see, between getting there and the show opening, I ended up getting 8 tops. My phone never stopped. Get me one. I don't need to wait in the queue.
Bring me one.
8 tops. I got 7 adult and a Wayne strip. I was 440 odd quid. There you go. I was one customer. And see the 2 boys that were standing with me in the queue were all blaring. He was there for 4. The other guy was there for 3. Unbelievable. And the queue was right round. See the car store boys, what they do, they can retire. If the Rangers deal, they can retire. Unbelievable. But the new strip for me, the touch of class, and the new strip for me is the founding fathers in it. It's absolutely fantastic. They've got a name inside it, and they're going to do the 4 founding fathers in the next strip. So it tells you there are going to be 4 strips released this year. So unbelievable, cracking, brilliant.
They're going to put some money in, are they? They're going to put some money in.
Here's a wee start for you. I get sent over this summer. Well, was it? I didn't get sent. I was speaking to somebody very close to the club, and they told us that in the UK, Rangers sold the most strips 2020-21.
Wow. That can't be right. That can't be right. Because their chief executive has said that they beat Rangers at everything.
Aye.
Apart from football, mate.
You know, away with that crap, you know. Oh, then we've now got more season tickets sold than Rangers. How many have you got? I'm not telling you. Love it.
I think he said they had a lot of interest.
Oh, you know what? I did notice that. Is that what that was about?
Yes.
Interest in a season ticket, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Anyway, the first caller for 2021-22 show. It's a one and only Andy Freeland. Evening, Andrew.
Oh, very good evening, boys. Great to have you back again. Great to hear all you all well. And
how you doing, Paul?
Hi, Andy.
Plodding away like you do, don't you? I'm just glad you're back. It's been a long few weeks, right enough, you know. But yeah, I think we're going to be all right, don't you? I mean, that's couldn't take much out of that game tonight. First half, I would have get it to right. And the second half, we get a young boy, Kelly. I thought he had a cracking wee game. And Kim and Patterson, I think, now got the, really introduced into the first team now, and hopefully they can get in, do some damage for Rangers going forward, like,
Only time will tell me. I don't want to put too much pressure on the boy, but he was neat and tidy tonight, mate. Neat and tidy he was.
Yeah, got stuck in there. He won a few tackles. That always looking for the ball there. That kind of impressed me. I know it's only Patty Thistle right enough, but it's first game back. I've only been in training a week, like, so yeah, I could have scored a few more goals right enough, but that's what it is, isn't it? They'll put a more stronger team out there on Saturday, I think, and then they'll start going through the gears then, won't they, obviously? I'll probably have a look at this boy that was signed for Sheffield. That Shuggs has been shouting for him for a wee while, right enough. So I hope the guy, kicks it off. I think we've got him at the right age, 27. That's a good age, so that could be a good plus for Rangers. So I think the Morelos one that you were on about there, I was there, and it was 20 million up to 30 million with add-ons in between it, like, so if that's to come off, it's a bit of a no-brainer, really. I think we've got to take it. And then if we do get into the Champions League as well, you're looking at 60 million there straight away. It's a no-brainer, really.
There's two sides to that coin. If you let him go and he doesn't score you the goals, it's got you to the Champions League, Jaffa. It can be cost neutral for you.
Yeah, and this is the big debate that even we have as amongst our fellow brethren in the support. Morelos, he just, I only see him one way. I think the guy's brilliant. I love watching him. I think he just epitomises everything in a Rangers jersey that we all love. He's grown into that role. When he came, he was rusty, but he was only 19 at the time. He's only 23, 24 now. I don't want him to go. But I understand the financial implications of it, as to why money will talk. That'll make the decision. But the kind of figures that's getting bandied about now, I mean, Porto want to pay him €70,000 a week. If they want to pay him €70,000 a week, they need to buy a €70,000 a week player, and you don't get him for £10 million.
No, you're right. You're right. But only time will tell. I thought we banned him add-ons for Ibrox.
Too quick.
Very good.
Evie, in you come.
No, just what Jaffa was saying there. I mean, if you're going to give a guy over a guy a wage, maybe a £34 million player, you need to pay it. 10 million or 12 million, but they were offering with 7 million add-ons and all that, or whatever it was mentioned in the term of bonuses, bringing it up to 17 or 18 million. That's not good enough for me. Alfredo Morelos was the top goal scorer of Europa League last season, was or joint top or whatever it was, and he's guaranteeing you at least 20 goals. Aye. So, come on. I mean, there's that big guy we had, which was so an idiot we had. He couldn't kick a ball for us, and somebody's talking about Man City going for Sadiq. Aye. I mean, come on, man. Come on, but we can't. Alfredo Morelos' starting price for me is £20 million, and then let's talk about where it should go to for there.
Totally.
There's 100%, world you let the guy. He's a Colombian international football player. And he's doing it in Europe. People might say, it's Scotland, and most people could do it up there. Come on, there's many a guy come up here and tried it and not done it, but Alfredo's doing it, and it's not just his goals now. He's come on a mile with his interchange play, and he's clamped down on his carry on and everything else. He's got a different mentality about him now. He's a far better player now. He's a very team player now. And for me, you're starting at 20 million, maybe going to 30. At least that's what I would be happy with. And realistically, that's what I would be looking for. No 10 million with add-ons bring it to 17. No chance. It's 20 million starting price.
Oh, he drives a hard bargain. Albert?
He's right, but he's absolutely right. I'm telling you, Porto nonsense is true, which I don't think it is true. Norwich or Crystal Palace will go in and blow them at the water.
Messaging service. The person you are calling is unable to take your call.
Carry on, Albert.
I was the calling MD. What are you showing about?
Carry on.
It's on the phone.
So I think Norwich or Crystal Palace will come in and blow that out of the water. I mean, if Norwich and Crystal Palace have got any sense, and they teams doing there, if they pay the 20 million plus for Morelos, they'll get it back double in a year and a half. The rest of that Premiership will open their eyes to that boy. He's a brilliant hold-up player. He's not the best goal scorer in the world, but he's a brilliant hold-up centre forward. He's a proper centre forward.
Albert, we're talking about a guy who can single-handedly tie up a full defence.
Yeah.
I know just did he defences. It's in Europe he's doing it.
Aye, he keeps up. Well, he's proved it. He scored home and away against Porto. That just talking about then. Look at the goals he scored at Feyenoord. Everywhere he's went, he scored. As people, I mean, we're £20 million even. You know, starting price might be too nice.
Depends on the small print of his contract, but we'll see. I'm a great believer if somebody doesn't want to be here. If that's the case, and remember, it is a Scottish press we're reading, so you don't know the right story, you know what I mean? But anyway, we've been joined by the one and only Amanda. Evening, Amanda.
Good evening, all. How are we?
Good.
Hello,
good.
Amanda.
Hello.
How's it going?
I've had my op. I had my op on Wednesday last week, and it was fine till I fell in the toilet. And Wednesday night, bruised my coccyx and my pelvis. So the knee is now black and blue. My back is black and blue, and my pelvis has been battered to oblivion. But I'm great. The painkillers are keeping me going. Put it that way.
Oh, Billy, coccyx can be sore.
Oh, I'm just going to say, is he all right? You know what I mean? That must be so.
Well, it's a poor nurse's faces when they realised I was lying on the floor and I was just doing my operation, and they're going, "Oh my God, what's she done?" But anyway, I'm back at my sister's staying, so it's my birthday today, I know, so I've had a lovely day. So
Many returns.
Aye, thanks. As I say, I'm fine. I'm just obviously getting my lovely surgical stockings on. They need to keep me controlled, you know. But other than that, the painkillers are doing a fantastic job. But
Georgie boy loves his surgical stockings, Amanda.
But I'm just getting used to being out and out. Well, I've not really been out and about much because obviously the knee is actually horrendous with the bruising and everything that's on it, and it's horrendous. But I've asked them about getting back to the football and that. They said to me, "What, you mean playing or watching?" I went, "Well, I'd like to do both." She says, "Well, I will advise you'll not be playing for a while." She says, "But as for watching it," and it was a real lassie to Belfast, and I was like that. "Can I get back?" She's like, I wouldn't give up watching Rangers for nothing. She says, "You can get back as soon as you like, as long as you take your stick to you." So I've been given the green light, so that's me. But
Ho, green light. What's the green light nonsense? We give them the blue light.
I know.
I don't know if Jimmy will be too happy, Stevie, if she can get her sticks in the eyebrows and he can't get his in.
But no, I'm so glad to have you back. I just can't believe that it's the time of year again where the new season's coming in again. It's just went so fast, the close season, hasn't it? It really has. But I'm just so delighted to have the good old Rangers radio back, as I say. And as I say, can I just thank everybody that contacted me when I was having the operation and that. Thanks to the lovely Linda and Portbear and that for all their communications when I was laid up. But as I say, I'm just glad to be back to the old Rangers radio, and here's to another good season. And I'll let you go and let more callers on. But thanks again, and it's good to have you back. Okay?
Here's Amanda.
Bye.
Good to hear from you, Amanda.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, poor bear. He contacts the Morgan in for operations just in case. There's a will, there's a way in there.
I think he likes grapes.
Well, the thing is, the fruit bowls are much bigger nowadays because you're not allowed to take flowers in.
Correct, mate. He's also sponsored by Lucozade. He'll kill me. Anyway, great to hear Amanda back. clutches her up, and I hope she goes from strength to strength. One of our characters. Going back to the Morelos, look, simple for me. Players, any player doesn't want to be with us. You make a deal and you move on. You don't want cancer in your dressing room. All better. I'm not saying Morelos.
No, but it can develop into that, it can develop it, fester away, you're wanting away and you can't get away, you know what I mean? So I'm with you. If you want away, you're going away, that's it, done, finished. We learned that, we should have learned that lesson with Laudrup. We held him a year too long, he didn't want to be there. So the year that we held him, it wasn't the same player, he just wasn't the same player. And he done himself a lot more damage than good staying that year. Now we made him a captain and it still didn't work. So I'm a great believer. You don't want them to go, but if they want to go, there's nothing you can do about it, so let them go. The price is
just
right.
Look at the dressing room across the city this year, Albert. How many wanted to leave, and look what happened to their dressing room.
Exactly, mate, exactly. It just festers. It's no good to anybody, and then they're gibbering behind people's backs, and then they're making wee cleats, and this is no right. Wait, you want to go? You know the way it goes. I mean, they'll start amongst themselves. So, if you want to go, go.
Just as Ox was saying, guys, just remember, it's all paper talk. That boy might know better. He might know better. I think he would love a crack at the Champions League with the Bells. He's happy. He's getting what he's asked for, probably. I mean, he's jumping about in a Lamborghini or something.
I was just taking the words in my mouth, Stevie. I see him down the tune with that Lamborghini. He's off his nut. He's got headphones on inside it, and he's got the music blaring. How's that one work?
He's going to sit in the vinyl out the window, aye. But listen, the boys' heat's probably no turn. I've just got to watch this media thing. As Ox has always said, just remember, it's all clickbait, you know, and people try to upset the apple cart. Morelos has done a great job for us. He'll come back for Colombia and just let's see what happens. I think the wee man's want a good crack at the Champions League this year with Rangers, and then you'll probably find out if he does want to go after he's a crack at the Champions League. You'll know then. If it's his time to go, I'll know after that.
Yeah. Only time will tell. I don't think Alfie will be able to hide these feelings, Jaffa, will he? No. You'll know when you see
He loves the Bears. He loves us, and we love him. The fans adore him. The young team love him. The old guys, the women love him. He's just special. That's what talisman do. They encapsulate the whole club. He'll tell us, by the way. I think and he put that wee montage up on one of his Instagram things the other week there. I thought it was lovely, but maybe he was just missing home. Maybe he just wanted to feel a wee bit of the Rangers in his life again. He's not the end of the world. I don't know. Time will tell. We'll just need to wait and see what happens. It's good to have players like that in our team that other teams are recognising. That means that you're doing something right, doesn't it?
Mm. Yeah, you've got to take it. I'll go to Bridgeman with this. You think about it. We go back 3-4 seasons ago. Players leaving. There was nobody looking at their players, was there?
No, they were not. No, and of course the press in Scotland wouldn't have them. They wouldn't be writing about them like that in that positive sense, you know. Oh, you could get millions for so and so. No, they would just be by the way, so and so's looking at somebody for Rangers, and that's all it would be. Nothing else. They're the most bitter and twisted set of organisation. The press up here, just shocking, absolutely shocking. Toxic is the word I'd use. Toxic. I mean, there's one story going around now and apparently it was him for Radio Clyde Keevans, and he said that Rangers are going to charge, when they start charging the press to come to the press conferences. What is this for? What is he saying this for?
Maybe they should.
Whether they should or no, he's just come out and said it. I'm going.
I'll come on and let them in.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't have them anyway. You know that.
I'm sure they'll have a...
You got to remember, Bridge. One time the press were getting in free because you were promoting clubs and your name's in the paper, and it was helping your business. Now it's the other way about. They do nothing but destroy businesses and destroy reputations. Plus, You get your news and you get your people go other places now. They don't go to newspapers for advertising. You know what I mean? But advertisers themselves are getting it. What's the point of putting your product in their paper? Because nobody's buying them now. So if they want news and they want to fill their paper, they should pay for it. Aye, definitely.
100%. Whatever the thing they're going to do, the Rangers are going to do, I'll support it. 100%. I couldn't care less. I don't want them anywhere near Rangers. I don't. Have you heard? Oh God, you're starting me here. I don't want them to write any stories about Rangers, particularly negative stories. They shouldn't be allowed to do it. Simple as that. Put a press freeze on them. Whatever they have to do, don't let them write any stories about Rangers. Don't discuss any Rangers. Just keep the Rangers players and extra.
I don't mind
off the radio.
I don't mind the negative stories about the football side of it. On the part, the game itself. I don't mind that. If we're playing bad, we're playing bad. I don't mind that. It's all the rest of the crap.
I'm not talking about that. That's exactly what I mean.
I know what you mean. It's all the rest that goes with it. The attacking the club's reputation and try to drag you into something that's nothing to do with you and crap like that. That's what we're talking about.
Can you come, Andy?
Obviously, I'm on the show. I've got Sky Sports News on, just watching the Sky Sports News. Now, there's what we're talking about now. It says Steven Gerrard has signed John Lindstrom, blah, 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 blah. And then right after that, it's Rangers win the league there. There were 50 arrests at George's Square. They're still going on about stuff like that. They're still pushing that out. Football and stuff like that. I mean, Sky Sports, they're still going on. It's things like that that really rip man in. They're still going on about it. And they always will because
how many arrests was there down in London with the Barton trannies? There wasn't a word about it.
Can I just say, Guy, if they had arrested the Rangers fans on the night, then you can understand it. But they've got the video and they're using the video at their leisure. And they're making big stories with it. And what are they going to get for it? Slapping the wrist or a wee fine or something like that for each of them. It's actually going to cost them money the way they're going on. The police, cost them money. They'll slap into them.
That's just a classic example of what you're talking about there with the press. We signed a player today, and the next headline after it is 50 arrests at George's Square the end of last season party. They just can't leave it alone.
Okay,
and
a wee question to Andy then. Obviously, I'm keeping Bridgeman away for this. Bridgeman, you calm down.
I'm going to mute.
The modern media, well, it has changed. And we've had this disagreement, and rightly so, with the BBC, the way they try to treat us. But even when Ali was the manager, so it's that long. What's it done to our club, BBC? Has it affected our season ticket sales? Has it affected our shirt sales? Has it affected our sponsors? Has it affected anything?
No, it's for me. We're going forward now. We don't need anybody now. We've got our own platforms. The way we put it out with the Rangers TV last season as well. Going forward, I'd like to hope that they keep that in place all the time for all the beds around the world, to put in a wee bit of money if they want to do it and pay for it that way. The BBC, right? Well, I'm like Bridge if I get going on that, but I'm trying to get a level head now. At the end of the day, we don't need anybody now.
It's not affected.
Nah, not at all. Well, how is it affected us? No, it's affected them. They've had to lay people off and all that, haven't they?
Loads of empty seats, loads of the shirts no selling, Jaffa. How's it affected us?
I guess it's absolute tosh, Ox. It means it's meaningless. It's utterly meaningless. Chris McLaughlin, utterly meaningless human being. Meaningless to everything about Glasgow Rangers. Let them crack on. Let them carry on, and we'll carry on doing what we're doing. That suits me just down to a T.
Look what they've done to the tail.
Get yourself some mute. We're going to have a tea.
Every Saturday we follow, we cheer the boys in blue. The most successful team in football. We're Scotland's gallant few. Though at times they have been hard, we've followed near and far. You will always hear us roaring from the stands in Ibrox Park. Every Saturday we fall to cheer the boys in blue, the most successful team in football. For Scotland's gallant few, who times they have been hard, we followed near and far. You will always hear us roaring from the stands in Ibrox Park. Every Saturday we fall, we cheer the boys in blue, the most successful team in football. For Scotland's gallant few, though times they have been hard, we followed near and far. You will always hear us roaring from the stands in Ibrox Park. Every Saturday we fall to cheer the boys in blue, the most successful team in football. For Scotland's gallant few, who times they have been hard, we followed near and far. You will always hear us roaring from the stands in Ibrox Park.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
You'll always hear us roaring from the stands at Ibrox Park.
By the way, it's a powerful song, that, Steve. Yeah,
Ooh,
looking forward to hearing that when the stadium's full.
Listen, I think, by the way, the roof will come off the stadium. Everybody loves that wee ditty. Everybody. It's an absolute brilliant song, and I can't wait.
I'm not allowed to listen to it anymore, Stevie. Every time I listen to it, I go out that door looking for a tank of water up and down that place the road. She's barred me. I'm not allowed to say it. I'm not allowed to hear it. I'm not allowed the front door there. She just looked the front door.
Shocking, by the way, shocking.
Yeah, right. Also, listen, if he's listening, all the best for everybody here at Rangers Radio. Robert Weatherall, but I believe Robert might still be in hospital. He's been ill for a couple of weeks now, so all the best for everybody here at Rangers Radio. Hope you get well soon, Robert, to get back to see your Rangers, Robert.
Take care, Robert.
The best, Robert.
All the best, Robert.
Hope whatever illness is, I hope it's no stress related.
And if it doesn't go right, I can give him Alex's number. No problem.
Alex's number.
Oh dear. You get a measuring tape for your Christmas, you know you're in trouble, don't you?
That's it.
You know, all right, okay, get these lines open. Aye, so what? The share issue. I don't want to kill everything in one night, but obviously with that, it looks as if the initial response has been okay during the middle of a global pandemic. Season tickets sold out. Merchandise goes from strength to strength. They're good at emptying all our pockets, Jaffa, with this. This boy, Bridge Trophy must be some bonus.
Yeah, they're into everything, aren't they, Ox? I put my wee bit into the share issue. Again, I think I've spoke to a couple of yous on the phone and stuff like that over the period, but it's a personal thing, you know. If it's affordability, I've just done what I could myself. I'm delighted to. I'm looking forward to getting my certificate and getting it up on the wall. So it'd be good to see the kind of numbers, how we've all contributed to help the club, and see what benefit it has. John Bennett talks very positively about it. So
did you see that? What was put out for the club? The sort of chat with John Bennett. That was powerful, wasn't it?
Was the half, Ox. And by the way, see the bit it got me. The bit it says your club. We make sure it never happens again. And see the way he said that. You know, this boy means that, by the way. He's like a dog with a bone. It'll never happen to our club again, the way they're talking. And when he talks about custodians of the club, every one of them are blue noses sitting around that table now. Every one have got the club at heart. And let's hope they take us for years to come. But well done, Jaffa. Well done, mate. You're a shareholder, eh? Brilliant.
I'm a shareholder now, yes.
And me, pal. And me.
Talking about rich Rangers supporters with a club at heart. We'll be joined by Big Al. How we doing, big man?
I'm doing fine, gentlemen. How are you?
Big Al.
Big Al.
Right? Can you hear me okay, aye?
Aye.
You're brilliant.
Excellent. I just did a wee cat nap there. I fell asleep 15 minutes towards the end. I thought I'd missed you. I'm just woke back up, dulcet tones. I could still hear these on the radio. Oh.
How you doing, big man?
Hi, I'm great, man. Couldn't be better. Lying in my scratcher here with the electric blanket on. Oh,
Rusty.
Blanket.
That's going to be an age thing, That's going to be an age thing, What are you up to?
I'm not doing nothing. I'm just lying in my bed like that. I'll leave that for later. The Wayne's go to school.
Big man,
I've only
what's
got
the temperature there?
Oh, it's kind of cold. It's about 18 in there. Big Blue will even get the back for a pee. It's cold for him, man.
Oh, Southside of his tap half, it was 18 degrees.
I know. I'm getting a bit soft, actually. I'm getting a bit soft. When I go to my work, I've got 2 jackets now on, man. Still wear my shorts right enough, but 2 jackets. So did you enjoy that game?
We'll call you Big Al 2 Jackets now.
Aye, that's my Indian name. But you start calling you 2 Dog Shagging.
Oh, yeah.
Right, that's all.
Off to a flyer, aren't we? I thought that'd be right. Look, no bad in the first half. Second half when the big guns came on, need a bit more time in the park. I think they've had too much holidays.
Too much beer.
Too much beer. Aye.
Big Ballaghan's been smoking too many Ray King Eddies.
Aye, I think so. Aye. What's happening with Goldson in this contract? Only with us signing this new contract before he kicked the ball.
We don't know, mate.
Just the small details.
Bit of money, wasn't it?
We've not got a clue, mate. Obviously, the club keep a lot of things close to their chests as far as these things are concerned, and then they announce them. Look, we had an inkling there was going to be a signing today, and Lundstrom had been tipped strongly to come in the door, but you didn't know for certainty it happened today, Al, you know?
Yeah. That Lundstrom, is he a holding midfielder? He's to replace Jack.
Potentially box to box, yeah, box to box. I don't know what that means.
He's box to box, but he doesn't seem to have many goals in his locker, does he?
No.
Just with what I looked at online, like. Look, I mean, he's played well, I believe, for is it Sheffield United he was playing with. So he knows his stuff. He's came for the Premier League, up to a Premier club. So I think he should do all right. Where's the other fella, the boy from Belgium? Is he still in lockdown?
The boy from Belgium?
Aye.
I think it was passport issues. I heard
right.
Something to do with passport issue.
Oh, Fashion Sakala.
Sakala.
He's coming in for Belgium. He's Zimbabwean, isn't he?
Aye, that's what I say. Did they come in for Ostend or something?
Is it COVID issues as well?
Bridge when the D-Day landings, is that no one of the beaches you took over? Ostend.
16 goals for them all. 16 goals he scored last season.
It looks not bad, but I would have liked to have seen him in playing in that game today. Sometimes I think we can drag our feet with getting signings in.
I don't think he's in. I don't think he's even in the building yet, Al.
But I mean, we signed him a wee while ago, so I'm not complaining. I know
his contract didn't finish. He couldn't come out to June the 30th, mate.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Apart from that,
we're looking forward to seeing him. I'm looking forward to seeing him.
I am.
Have you done any new kit over your way? Has it arrived yet, big man?
Nah. I'm not keen on that kind of. What is that goldy orange on the front of it? It kind of spoils it for me. All that everywhere, all the sponsors. Like, I'll get a hold of them. I've just not had time actually to do it. The kids are getting a wee bit bigger now. The lassies, they'll not be wanting one. Blair, he'll want one, right enough.
Blue one.
The new one, aye. Some of the training stuff looks alright.
It does. I like that blue and orange top they done tonight.
The one.
I think in the brochure it says blue and tangerine, Jaffa.
Oh, is it blue and tangerine? That will do for me. Any reference to orange at all, Ox is fine for me.
All right.
It would have been a really nice strip, just that alone, the blue with the white collar, just with a badge on it. For our centenary, for our 150-year anniversary. Nice.
Interestingly,
sponsors on your strips.
Did you see the picture of the new Willem II top, the blue and orange with a sash on it?
I've seen a picture of Big Stevie Goathofer does it.
It's a belter, isn't it?
That's what the badge is in now.
Right away, I'm like, I want that for us. I want that.
Just to have it as a fourth strip, just to noise people up. I wonder.
Totally Ox.
There's some bad bits in you, Jaffa. I don't know where you're coming from. I can't understand your thinking. I think what they've done with the strip, they've got bits of history in there. There's the 80s strip with the pinstripe, Stevie, and then obviously the collar, the sort of 50s and 60s strip, you know. So they're trying to cover some bases, you know.
Aye, 100%. They're trying to put a bit of everything in there, aren't they? But look, it's like
hello, Sharina.
Oh, we've been joined by Cal. Evening, Cal.
Hi. Oh, it's great to hear you back.
How we doing,
bit of
mate?
Normality, you know.
How you doing, mate?
Oh, I'm doing great. Well, not great, but you know, everything's okay.
Right. Good.
Just I watched the game tonight.
Aye.
Typical friendly at warm-up game. The young boy looked good in the second half. But come on.
Kelly.
Aye. I'm not keen on the name Kelly myself, you know, but what other things? Did you enjoy the Euros?
When it was sung, wasn't it?
I don't know. I'm not going to watch any more. Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed the England game.
I don't like the England games because it's just pure hype all the time, you know. It spoiled. See, when they beat Germany, for me, it spoiled it. The next game, I couldn't watch it because all I heard was England. There was no commentary on the game, you know. It was only about what England done. So, to me, that's sort of rang. Putting neutrals into the commentating.
in internationals.
I think, Carl, you've got to accept where you live, mate. In Man-
I know that. But I know that. It spoiled the game for me. Because the game was going on and they're talking about what this guy does with his boots, what his mammy makes him for breakfast and all that rubbish. But apart from that, I was glad to see Scotland went out quite early because that was embarrassing.
Well,
I don't care about a goalless draw against England. That is nothing. That is one game.
That's what happens when you get too many of them in their team.
Oh, I know that. Whoever that was, very true. And it seems to be, that's par for the course. If I was a Scottish boy, you know what I mean, playing like some of the Partick Thistles players, they should have been in there.
Have a look at the tin, Carl. This is Rangers radio your phone if you want.
Oh, sorry, right, so it is. Right, back to Rangers things then. I'm glad to see it's all getting back to normal for you guys with season tickets. I'll miss it not being on the telly, but at the same time, you guys deserve it, you know. You guys go.
That's a good point you make, mate. I don't know if you meant to mean it, but it'll be interesting. I'll go to take it to Jaffa then Albert. Listen, is there going to be 2 fans now? Is this the start of things changing? Is live games for all times? Is it going to be the norm? The genie's out the box now. Jaffa then Albert.
I think they're waiting on announcements, aren't they? Because I've seen quite a bit on some of the platforms today. A lot of the fans have been asking the same question of the club. What's the situation? Looking for updates. I think we're waiting on a nod from Holyrood, obviously, what we actually get. But I mean, obviously, Johnson, Boris, wee Bojo's let everything. He's everything's back to normal as of, is it the 19th? 19th, aye. 19th. So she's usually a week late, isn't she? For doing everything, for whatever he does. So. Be good. It'd be good if the club could plan for that. It'd be good to get all the Bears back in the stadium, or as many as we can possibly. I don't know if they're going to still add on. You know, say it's only a percentage. Who knows what they do up here, Ox? She operates differently.
She's disappeared since she's disappeared. Funny when you get things wrong, you disappear. That's a whole different.
It's always good to hide.
Albert is.
I think you were meaning. I think you were meaning with if it's a full stadium, are they still going to have it on the telly? Was that what you were meaning? The genie's out the bottle that way. You know what I mean? So the people who have no got a ticket or a season ticket can still get it on the telly. I think that'd be a good idea. But again, you're under threat then, aren't you? You're under threat for on a cold, wet, windy Wednesday night going. Like it's on the telly, I'm not going to hang there the night. I can't be annoyed with that nonsense, especially if it's somebody like St Mirren or that. No, so there's a danger, isn't there? There's still a danger there, but there's a case for it. I must admit there is a case for it.
Excuse me, can I butt in there a wee bit?
Aye, go for
but if it's on the telly, surely you should be able to pay for it. You know what I mean? And the club still gets revenue, as you say. Not everybody can go to every game either that's got a season ticket.
I totally agree with you, mate. I totally agree.
I was on before talking about it. They had it in Germany 20 years ago when they had their own sort of Sky. Every game was on a Saturday. You used your red button and you could watch any game you wanted in the Bundesliga, Saturday and Sunday, you know when it was.
To the O2 messaging service.
Carry on, Phil.
They had it in Germany on Premier Sports, it was called. And you just pressed your red button, you get your menu up. The way they did it in the Europa League and the Champions League, and you could get every game, any game you wanted to see.
Mm-hmm. I'd be interested to see what happens, and nobody just does it.
I hope it goes sort of something like that. I mean, you guys, I say, use with season tickets, you definitely deserve it, because you're putting your hands in your pockets. It's hundreds of pounds, you know. I'm just saying, I'll miss it. But I'll have to watch BBC for the highlights, and then what they say, I'll wait till you come back on and hear the view through the bridge, because he's always the bestest.
Yes, obviously Sky have come in.
What are you drinking, pal? Carl, I'll buy you a drink.
You'll buy me a drink? What a cough bottle I like.
No, Carl, what he'll do is he'll order you a drink and he'll say, Ox, you get that.
An Oxo, please.
By the way, this is the truth. No, it'll be a real drink, but Oxford will get you, don't worry.
I hope to get up to Glasgow sometime. Maybe I'll see you somewhere. Because
When,
you know,
when,
somebody.
when the new Edmondson house is open, we're hoping to get the bistro inside that. So.
Aye. I'll not be allowed in. I'm riff-raff. Come on. I'm for Castle Milk. Married to somebody from Hamilton, you know. No chance of getting in.
You'll get in there all right, don't you worry. Every fan will get in there.
Everyone and anyone.
You'll get in the bistro the way you're talking.
Anyway,
right. Look, anyway, Ox, brilliant talking to you again. I'm so glad you are back on. I'm going to say the telly because I watch it in my telly, you know. I look at a 55 in Rangers radio. It's just magic, by the way. Lovely done. Thanks very much. Bye. Have a good night, boys.
Cheers, Cal. Yes.
Cheers, Cal.
See you, Cal.
I don't know if he meant to raise that point, but it is something that could happen going forward. You could have two kinds of fans. Anyway, we'll be joined by Blue. Evening, Blue.
Evening, boys. How you doing?
Hi, Blue.
All right.
Hi, Blue.
All right, Blue. Brilliant to hear you all back, lads. Hope you're all well.
Brand new.
Brand new, pal. Brand new.
Top boy. Just champion, mate.
Just champion. That's it.
Red Hope, Blue. Red Hope.
All right.
I didn't realise the blanket is actually on 3.
3 bars.
Blanket.
Sweaty clackers. Turn it down. Right.
I didn't know they still done them electric blankets all bear.
No. I didn't know they'd done them in Australia. We would be selling electric blankets in Australia down there. It's never winter down there, is it?
No.
Aye, it's winter then, eh?
What does it consist of? What does it consist of? Wearing a furry bikini rather than your normal one?
Budgie smugglers.
I'm thinking like a Welsh when you say that.
How you doing, Billy? What you made in the summer? What you make of the day? John Lustrom coming in the door.
I just saw it when I came in the door. I was working up to a wee bit later on the night, so I missed the game as well. Just heard the last half an hour of it, and I didn't even realise until later on that you guys were on. I thought I'd missed the show at 10 to 10, and then you're asking for callers, so I was like, well, I'll give you boys a bell. So, no, summer's been good. I've been working away anyway, so it's a change. Because I wasn't, but good. Big Lindstrom coming in, and I heard you saying earlier on about Fashion Sakala. I think he's tied up with some technicalities, and I don't think it's a big deal with him. So he'll come through. Hope for another couple of signings though. Eh?
You think so?
What, Sakala?
No, another couple of signings.
Aye, I think there will be. Do you know?
What position are you thinking?
Well, we don't need a cover for a right back. We might need a cover for a left back, right enough.
Right, okay. I suppose that depends what he thinks of Bassey, doesn't it?
Aye. He's still a bit raw, but I mean, I think if anybody's likely to go, it'll be somebody like Barisic. He'll get hooked at the last minute or something, won't he? Somebody will come in and buy them or something like that. But the money has to be right. Anyway, so I'm not going to worry about that until it happens. I'm not trying to second guess it. I don't know any, there's no secrets. I've not heard anything, so. I like the way it's going. I didn't see any of the game tonight, but I heard the reports. It didn't sound great, but at least we got a goal. We won. You know, that's all you can ask, isn't it?
Aye.
I mean, that's Sicily. They're nearly ready to play their first game, so they were much more prepared for it than we were.
It was a training session, mate. It wasn't a great watch, to be fair. Big Stevie.
Was it no?
No, it wasn't a great watch at all, especially the first half. But it's all about, I keep saying it, you know, it was all about getting minutes into the legs. That was always about, as you say, Docs, you could have won 6-0 tonight. It meant nothing about getting minutes into the legs. That's all it was about. You know, for me, the second half was a bit better, but you could see they just weren't at it the way we seen them last year, you know. Well, before we won the league, you know, they chucked it, you know, after 8-10 games. It must be a lot harder after you win a league and you've got all that time left, nearly 2 months, you know, but the night was just a total training session, you know. It was just about minutes in the legs.
I heard
and how you keep all right? You keep well, mate?
I'm fine, pal. How are you?
Brand new, mate. Good
to know.
Boy.
Aye, you and all, pal. Hopefully get up to the game this year and catch up with you boys up there. That'd be good. I was actually just thinking. when you were saying there, I heard something Neil McCann said. He said this is quite an early game, considering we've only been back training for a few days. Normally, he says, it's well. Can you remember what Jock Wallace used to have them? Christ, he had them all over the place running for weeks. But he said it's usually now the teams are setting up. There's a lot of the science involved in it now, so it's like a lot of working out, a lot of running, but also get the ball, and get using the ball. So it's good to get.
I think someone must have missed that part of the training.
I know what you mean. I see that every day.
Aye. Right, lads. Well, have you all been enjoyed back on Rangers Radio? Starting to build up. This is our pre-season. We've got to build up. Bridget's got to work out how his mute button works. Paul Bear's got to go off his swing. Everything's moving on. Big Al's got to get a new electric blanket.
I'm going to be sore tomorrow.
That's your head.
And Jaffa, how are you keeping, brah?
I'm better, Ox. I'm getting there. I'm getting stronger every day, I think, pal. After my not well period. But yeah, just staying positive. Looking forward to the new season. Can't wait, mate. Can't wait. Bring it on.
All right, that's the first show of 2020-21. Big Stevie, yeah?
Unbelievable. I'm just glad because Myra Henley had me doing washings. Thank God we're back, man. Unbelievable. But listen, it's so great to be back, and it's so great to hear all the voices, all the boys. I mean, there's plenty of people passed away during that COVID there, and that. And just, it's good to hear all the voices, and I hope Robert Witherell gets out of his hospital. What a bella boy is, and I hope he's all right. But it's great to hear you all, and it's great to be back. What a Rangers!
Yeah.
Well, Bridgeman, over to you, mate. What time of the evening?
Well, what can we say to that? What a lovely evening. Thank you very much for that, Ox. Well done, and well done to everybody else. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really nice to be back on again. And I don't know when it's going to come next, but you'll tell us, no doubt. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, in particular Rangers fans on the air of Rangers Radio, every single one is, here we go. Let's start getting going there for the Rangers. Everybody keep it going for the Rangers and build it up. Keep it going.
Can I thank everybody for taking the time to join us here on the show? Amanda and Carl, Big Al for Australia, Baloo, and of course the one and only Andy for Leeds. Can I thank Bridgeman, Fox, Jaffa, Big Stevie and all there for taking the time to join us on the show. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back on Friday night at 8 o'clock talking about all things Rangers. We'll be joined by JFK, GB and the one and only Port Bear. Thanks for listening. Please stay safe. Take it away, Fox, and Old School Blue.
From Argyle, so young, to Glasgow City, they come, seeking fortune and a new way of life. How could they know ambitions would grow? Such a beautiful story, and here's how it goes. For lads had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no kit, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 55 titles, we're still going strong. So hoist up your Rangers flags, sing with your heart and voice, celebrate the greatest club in the world. Let our history show what we already know. We are the Rangers, the greatest of all. For lads had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no care, not even a ball. still carried on.